Yes, people, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to KGX to the Z TV. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe, hit that like button, turn those notifications on. First match reaction in a couple games. No, I think I just missed the midweek one. The Arsenal 2-3, but back at winning ways. Chelsea 2, Brentford nil. A little bit of payback for what happened in the reverse fixture. 2-2. Conceded a goal at the death, but not today. Clean sheet. Not the best performance, not going to lie. But we got the job done. We got out of there. Liam Rosinha's first win in the league. We will take it. Beggars cannot be choosers. Like I said on the Catch Up channel, it's not about performances right now. It is all about just getting the 3 points, getting familiar with his system, allowing Rosinha to see who the players are, who can cut it for his system, who he can trust, and things like that. And look, today there were some good performances. Reece James was fairly solid. Sanchez had a fairly solid game. Good to see him return after that stink fest that he had versus Arsenal. João Pedro, hell of a goal, was okay today. The wingers trash today. But let's rewind the track. Starting lineup: James came back at fullback. I mentioned Sanchez in goal. Center backs were Tosin and Trev. Left back was Cucurella. The midfield was Enzo, Caicedo, Palmer in the 10. Right wing was Neto. Up top, João Pedro. The left was Garnacho. Esteval sick, not there today. Esugo not there today on the bench. Delap just healthy enough to make the bench and things like that. So depleted squad when it comes to our wide attackers today. We could have used it. We could have used the Gittins. We could have used Esteval in this one because things were hectic at times, calm at other times. Got screwed by the referee. Should have had a penalty very early on. Cleared by VAR in a matter of 3 seconds when the guy clearly clips João Pedro's foot. But we were hanging about a little bit. We were sort of an open game, a lot of back and forth, a lot of transitions, a lot of poor decision making in the final third by both sides. Not the most entertaining game, not the game filled with the most quality, but overall for us, like I said before, a clean sheet, 3 points. Brentford was sitting fifth. We were sitting eighth or seventh, I believe. It does hurt because United got the win versus City. So, we were kind of expecting them to drop points and for us to go above them. But you can only control what you can control, and we handle business today. So, big up the lads. Defensively, I thought Tosin was fairly decent. Was very well at defending his box, especially aerially, heading a lot of danger out of there. Trev had some shaky moments on the ball, but you're going to get that with Trev. Cucurella, fairly solid performance. Reece James, like I said, fairly solid performance. Not exceptional, not dynamic, but good enough. A good 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10. Caicedo, excellent in the midfield. Enzo, hit or miss, had some good moments where he did well to get the ball out from underneath his feet, to get the ball out to the attackers wide, but unfortunately, that's where most of the attacks died today. If it wasn't Neto skying shots over, into Rosed, it was Garnacho just dribbling right at folks. But, we get the goal. They tried to rob us of the goal. Clearly onside. Enzo wins the ball, kind of deflects it all in one motion to João Pedro. João Pedro, what we've been asking him to do for months, shoot. Turn, he spun, turned, put his left foot through it, and hit it into the top of the roof. Fantastic shot, fantastic goal. You could say somewhat deserved at that time because we were creating chances, but we go ahead. Should have had the second one. Garnacho, Neto puts it on a plate. Probably the best thing Neto did all game today. Squares it, lovely weight on the pass. Garnacho has his man beat. The defender's on his hip. How he misses it, I don't know. It's harder to not score in that position than it is to score. But you know what it is with Garnacho. After the two good goals that he had against Arsenal, that he took very very well. You could say kind of kept us in the tie in that one when we might not have deserved it. But today, just revert back to type. I don't know. I don't even want to say I don't know because we know what we're going to get with this brother. We're going to get good games in the cup competitions, and then in the league when it's time for him to put in performances for our bread and butter. Trash performances. Can't dribble. Can't beat his man. Best we can hope for is corners, but then when we get corners, what do? We play it short. We dilly dally around. Sometimes we end up playing it all the way back to Sanchez. So sometimes we're just overthinking things, but we get the second one from a penalty. Delap comes on for João Pedro. Good to see Delap back in there from the sense of just giving João Pedro some rest because we know he's kind of carrying a knock. But João Pedro or Delap wins the penalty on a terrible touch by Kelleher. Delap closes him down, gets to the ball first. Kelleher comes out, clear penalty. Cole Palmer with a fantastically taken penalty puts it into the side netting. Or not side netting, puts it into the side that side netting. A lot of pace, a lot of power on it. Nobody's saving it. Not the best game from Cole, especially first half where he looks like that growing injury. He just lost his burst, lost his sense of pace in terms of that. He's not the most paces of players, anyways, but the ability to beat a man, to get by him, get his shoulders by him, and then to at least to carry on so that they either have to let him go or foul him. Doesn't look like he has that right now. Played out wide right in the second half. Senior came out with some subs. He brought on Fofana for an injured Tosin. Supposedly Tosin is just a minor concern with his hamstring, but we'll see. Santos came on as well for Garnacho. So it's nice to see that some proactive subs. Nice to see him recognizing that we needed to shore things up in the midfield. Santos, I thought, was fantastic when he came on, positionally sound, was in the right spots, wasn't great going forward in terms of creating chances and things like that, but he played sort of in a deeper role. You see how Rosinha plays with his two midfielders, where he likes to keep them somewhat close. So one guy's here, one guy's here, one guy's here, one guy's here. So they can kind of play passes off each other and then maybe spring one of them with a 1-2 or spring somebody else in as defenders come to close them down in the midfield in the center of the park. So, but yeah, just fairly just solid game, unremarkable. Like I said, I just want the points. I just wanted to get back to winning ways. Just want to see Rosinha sort of get some more time with this squad. I've seen the smear campaign going on Twitter and things like that, where folks are getting mad that he's trying to build bonds within the squad. People like that who criticize things like that just tell me that they've never played sports at a semi-decent level, because managers try to do things like that, or coaches all the time. Bring players together, get them doing some fun things, activities outside of all the pressure on the pitch and stuff like that. But yeah, I thought he was fairly solid today with his changes. I thought his tactics were good in terms of how we were set up. Player selection I thought was spot on considering who we didn't have available. Like I said, no Esteval, no Gittins. We had Tyree George on the bench, was pretty much our only attacking wide player that we could have brought on. But it was nice to see him bring on Santos, like I mentioned, and move Cole Palmer out wide right. But we move, and crazy start to Liam's tenure, right? Carabao Cup, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, Premier League, and Champions League. So 4 different competitions for his first 4 matches. Got Paphos, I think, Wednesday. Must-win game. If we want any chances of making that top 8, we need to put at least 5 past them. We'll see. We'll see what the squad looks like. We'll see. Apparently there's a flu bug going around, and folks are just popping up with symptoms and things like that. So we'll see. But let's say it's nice. It's nice to have 3 points on the weekend. It's nice to be able to show my face on rival streams and not get flamed, not get fired up. But we move, man. We're not going to glaze this performance too much. We're not going to get too high, but necessary 3 points. Man of the match for me. Ooh, that's tough. That's tough because I mean, there weren't too many guys that played like a 8 out of 10. I'm gonna say João Pedro because that goal was fantastic. I thought he did very well in terms of linking up today. His ball carrying was good today. His decision making was a little bit quicker. Didn't get caught on the ball too many times. I'm gonna go with him as the man of the match. You could give it to Caicedo, and I wouldn't be mad as well. You could give it to Bob. Bob made some couple of saves. Had a kick save that was really good off of a terrible counter that we had conceded. But like I said, 3 points, no major injuries. We moved. But let me know what you all think in the comments. Let me know who your man of the match was. Let me know what you thought of the lineup, tactics, substitutions, all that good stuff that you all normally, kind of let me know in terms of your thoughts and opinions on the game. But as always, I appreciate everybody for checking in. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and up the Chelsea.